everyone. So I got the chance to watch Scoob last night. It came out on VOD a little early because of everything going on right now. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this movie for a little while. It is a brand new animated or kind of CG film that brings Scooby-Doo into the new limelight of cinema, kind of what's going on with cinema. It takes a lot of inspiration from it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into talking about Scoob. So this iteration of Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, all the gang of Mystery Inc. takes a little bit of the past, a little bit in, well, kind of the future of what we know of Scooby-Doo. So the movie starts off with us getting to see how Scooby-Doo and Shaggy met each other, and then how when the two became friends, how they met Fred, Velma, and Daphne. And we get a cool little montage showing like all the mysteries they solved from the old cartoons and the old movies, and then we finally get into the bulk of this new film and the new adventure that they go on. But seeing that montage was really cool. Right off the bat, this movie does play a lot of respect and homage to like what Scooby-Doo is. There's a lot of hearts and a lot of care in this movie, and I really appreciated seeing all of that transfer onto the screen, into the performances, and just to basically the heart of this film. It was really nice to see. But yeah, Scooby-Doo has a pretty stacked voice cast. It stars Will Forte as Shaggy, Mark Wahlberg as Blue Falcon. You have Ken Jeong, who plays Blue Falcon's sidekick, Dynamite. You also have Jason Isaacs, Zac Efron, Gina Rodriguez. Like I said, there's a lot of really good actors involved in this movie, and they all do a really good job with the characters. I thought Will Forte was a really good Shaggy. There's also a few kind of celebrity cameos that they bring in, which I won't go into for spoilers' sake, but they're all pretty funny, and I like seeing all of them. There's a lot of references too to Blue Falcon kind of like lore and world, and also too just like old Scooby-Doo things that you can catch if you're looking careful enough or if you know enough, and I like that. Yeah, this new adventure is less of a mystery and more of just like a grand adventure that tests, I don't want to say the friendship of the group, but definitely like their loyalty and their ties with each other. They get split up and they really learn just how much, it's almost like a you never really know what you have until you lose it kind of thing. They never lost each other. They always love each other. They're there trying to get each other back, but they get split up and they go on an adventure filled with prehistoric creatures, superheroes, like killer robots. Greek mythology gets its way into it. There's a lot that goes on to this movie. Sometimes the plot can feel a little messy, but never enough that you're not able to tell what's going on, or it's hard to piece things together. Like nothing is super illogical for an animated or like even a Scooby-Doo film. It does a really good job just making you care about the characters and throwing so much at you at one point, but never too much to handle. Yeah, the animation in this film is nothing like super visually stunning, but it works really well with the characters and the universe that they set up with. Like everything flows really, really well. They still use all of the same sound effects that they did in the old Scooby-Doo cartoons as well. So like it feels right at home as a Scooby-Doo movie. I like hearing all those like really old running sounds, or when something would crash, you hear like those little cymbal bashings. I thought that was just really fun. And same with the humor in this movie. There's of course like a lot of humor for the kids. They'll love this movie and think it's pretty fun, but there's still like a lot of references for teens or adults to understand, and a lot of them are pretty funny. There's some commentary about like Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Hogwarts, just a bunch of like Warner Brother movie references that they make in this movie, and yeah, like a lot of them are pretty funny. So the humor, there's only one or two jokes in this movie that like I don't think I cracked a smile to, and those were more of like the kid ones. But yeah, it does have a lot of good humor in this movie, and it was really enjoyable to watch. I also found too that Dick Dastardly was a really good villain and a dynamic villain, where in each scene his character started to evolve, and we got to learn a little more about his plots. And there's even times too where like you wanted him to get what he was in search for. Like of course he's a villain, he was leading people into like some serious harm, he wasn't doing the greatest things, but he had a decent cause for what he was doing, and it related to basically Scooby and Shaggy and the gang and what they were trying to do too. So he was a really good villain. I enjoyed him quite a bit in this movie. Mark Wahlberg's Blue Falcon is also a standout, where like I found, even though it's bringing all these characters and they're splitting them up, they each all their stories tied together really, really well, and it was fun to see it all come together and have their realizations and big character moments all spark together when they're on the screen together. Like there was just a lot of heart and care for all the characters, like new and old, and I really, really thought that they respected the movie a lot, and I was a fan of that. They did a really good job with it in my eyes. Yeah, there's some big moments in this movie, there's some big laughs, and it is just a very enjoyable film, especially for everything going on right now. I did really enjoy it, and it's something too that it's only a 90-minute movie. It's easy kind of just to sit in, take in, and have a great time watching it. It's a nice little break, and with all this taken together, that's why I'm gonna give Scoob a score of 7 out of 10. It's really enjoyable, it's really funny, it's more than worth the watch. Like I said, it's less about the mystery this time around and a brand new adventure that really shows just how strong this group is, even like together, even when they're apart. And I really enjoyed it. So as always, let me know what you guys thought about Scoob, and kind of what's your favorite Scooby-Doo movie or Scooby-Doo TV episode. Leave it in the comments below, and as always, leave a like and subscribe. You can check out all my other videos and movie reviews from my playlist below. But awesome guys, definitely go check out Scoob. This is a very fun movie.